Hey everybody, it is Kent with KG's Books. Today I am showing you some of my favorite copies of Alice in Wonderland. Some really incredible copies. Feel free to put in the comments which one is your favorite, but they're all pretty special in their own right. First, we have a nice vellum set of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass with a modern vellum binding. Very early edition right here. This is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, with the classic John Tenniel illustrations, published in 1867 by Macmillan and Company in London. As you can see right there on the title page, it says 6,000. That means that this book was one of the first 6,000 copies published. And then later editions, would have 10,000 to indicate that it was the first 10,000 copies printed. Awesome early edition of Alice in Wonderland, and in very nice binding. Then you have the matching Through the Looking Glass. This one was published a few years later. This is the 1872 edition of Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There. Again with the John Tenniel illustrations in an awesome vellum binding with the case. Very nice. I don't think these had any binder markers, so we're not sure who bound those, but they definitely did an awesome job. Up next, we have a nice 2-volume set of Alice in Wonderland. Again, a very early edition here with some spectacular bindings. Awesome bindings, and these are very nice, clean condition. Beautiful red leather. And this one does have a binder's marker. This was bound by Frost & Co. in Bath, England. Up there, you probably can't read it too well, but it says bound by Frost & Co. in Bath, England. Very nice quality binding here. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, again with the John Tenniel illustrations, published in 1872. So still a pretty early edition of Alice in very nice condition. All the classic. You have the Mad Tea Party and the Cheshire Cat. And then here we have Through the Looking Glass. I think this one is also an 1872 edition. But absolutely fantastic bindings. An incredibly clean condition. All right. Up next we have 2 cloth bindings. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. There's the Cheshire Cat and a couple other characters on the front cover. Very nice condition. I think this one's 1880s. Gilded edges all the way around. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, published by Macmillan and Company in New York in 1884. So this is a slightly more modern edition, but an absolutely gorgeous binding on this one. Very nice cloth binding. I'm not sure which one's my favorite. Probably this one. And then the red leather's a close second. All right, this is a slightly more modern edition. This is Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, illustrated by Gwynedd M. Hudson. Still a beautiful binding. Nice gold details on the front cover. And this one is really nicely illustrated, with lots of color plates by Gwynedd M. Hudson. This one's not dated. I think it's around the 1920s era for this one. I will show you some of the color plates. Beautiful artwork in this one. These are not for sale at the moment, but they probably will be in the future. Sometimes I need to enjoy these beautiful books before I sell them. Advice from a Caterpillar. Beautiful artwork. Again, let me know in the comments which is your favorite, the blue cloth, the yellow cloth, the red leather, or the vellum. Yeah, I think that's my favorite, then the red leather. Then probably the blue cloth and the vellum. I think that's the order of my favorites, but they're all incredible copies. This one's halfway common. You can usually find a copy on eBay in a nice copy is probably gonna be $150 to $250. This one is a little more rare. That one probably retails for $300 plus. A nice early 1872 leather set might be $1,500 plus, and then the Vellum set is also probably going to be in the $1,500 plus range. So thank you all for watching. I very much appreciate it. And again, feel free to leave some comments down below. Tell me which one's your favorite.